Hello friends, how are you? Hope you guys are all well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today my topic is the superconducting magnetic energy storage. Okay, so before moving to my topic, I'll request you to please subscribe my YouTube channel and don't forget to watch my previous videos because I have uploaded much more informative content that will help you a lot in your daily life. Okay, so moving to my topic, introduction. In response to the changing global landscape, energy has become a primary focus of the major world powers and scientific community. There has been great interest in the developing and refining more efficient energy storage devices. One such device, the supercapacitor, has matured significantly over the last decade and emerged with the potential to facilitate major advances in the energy storage. Supercapacitors, also known as the ultracapacitors, or the electrochemical capacitors, utilize high surface area electrode materials and thin electrolytic dielectrics to achieve the capacitance several orders of magnitude larger than the conventional capacitors. In doing so, supercapacitors are able to attain the greater energy density while still maintaining the characteristics high power density of conventional capacitors. This paper presents a brief overview of supercapacitors based on the broad survey of supercapacitor research and development. Following this introduction in the section 2, background is provided on the fundamentals of the conventional capacitors and of supercapacitors. Section 3 presents a taxonomy of the supercapacitors, discusses the different classes of such devices, and illustrates how the different classes from a hierarchy of the supercapacitor energy storage approaches. Then the section 4 presents an analysis of the major quantitative modeling research areas concerning the optimization of the supercapacitors. Okay, after that, provided a prospectus on the futures of the supercapacitor R&D. The an additional key element of the paper is the bibliography, which is organized by the topic as to assist those who might wish to do further reading and research. 22 background conventional capacitor consists of two conducting electrodes separating by an insulating dielectric material. When a voltage is applied to a capacitor, opposite charges accumulate on the surface of each electrode. The charges are kept separate by the dielectric, thus producing an electric field that allows the capacitor to store energy. This is illustrated. Capacitance C is defined as the ratio of the stored positive charge Q to the applied voltage V. Ratio C is equal to QV. For a conventional capacitor, C is directly proportional to the surface area A for each electrode and inversely proportional to the distance D between the electrodes. C is equal to you can see that the delta 0 or AD. Okay, so the product of you can say that and the product of the first two vectors on the right hand side of the last equation is the constant of the proportionality wherein the ratio E uh, is the dielectric constant for a permittivity of the free space such that ER is the dielectric constant of the insulating material between the electrodes. The two primary attributes of the capacitor and the energy density and power density. For it either measure, the density can be calculated as a quantity per unit mass or per unit volume. The energy is stored in the capacitor or it is directly proportional to its capacitance. E is equal to around 2 CV. In the general, the power P is the energy expended per unit, okay, per unit time. To determine the P or for a capacitor through, one must consider that capacitors are generally presented as a circuit in series with an external load resistance or as shown in figure. Okay, so good time to go. Goodbye, meet you in the next video.